Hello survivors and welcome back. A little recap for the new viewers. This is Plank Fury. He aims to build a waterfront home on DeerHead Lake. Episode 1 and 2 showcased his fight out of Rosewood and a little bit about him. It is now day 3 and we are on the road, low fuel and little food. So sit back and enjoy the Project Zomboid story, the tall tales of Plank Fury.
I'll be damned. Who needs a saloon when you got yourself a roadside gas station? Hey Grim, did I ever tell you about the time my old man and I stumbled onto that zombie rodeo down in Deadwood Canyon?
Oh yes, I remember it well. The howls of the undead echoing through the canyon and the smell of gunpowder heavy in the air.
You got that right, buddy. There we are, just two cowboys trying to wrangle some zombies for a bit of fun. But let me tell you, those undead critters sure didn't take kindly to being lassoed.
Indeed, the undead are relentless in the pursuit of flesh and blood. But your father, he was a tough old bird. Never backed down from a fight, no matter how dire the odds.
Yeah, that's one thing we had in common. But you know what they say, Grim? Like father, like son. And when it comes to facing down the undead, ain't nobody gonna push Plank Fury around.
Wise words, Plank. Your father would be proud to see the man you have become. Now let's focus on the road ahead. There are still plenty of challenges waiting for us out there.
You got it, Grim. Maybe tomorrow, I'll tell you about the time me and Hammergaddon wrangled some cattle into the mayor's rose garden. That was sure a hoot.
With Plank getting tired, he boards up the house, dispatches of any foes, and sleeps for the night. Waking up bright and early, Plank resumes his quest.
Hey, Grim, where the hell are we going again?
There is a ranger station, Plank, next to DeerHead Lake. Should be a great safe haven while we prepare our supplies to build a bridge onto the island.
A ranger station, you say? By golly, Grim, you're full of surprises. Alright, Grim, watch and learn. Back in the day, me and the old man used to round up zombies like cattle. Kinda like this.
An unusual method, to say the least, but one must use whatever's necessary to survive.
You got that right. Now picture this, Grim. It's a hot summer day, the sun beating down on the dusty plains. Me and the old man just cruising around on our beat up old pickup truck, searching for supplies. Suddenly, we come across a whole herd of zombies, just milling about like they own the place.
A common sight in these barren lands, for sure.
You bet. So what do? We rev up the engine, blast some good old country music, and start herding those undead varmints like there's no tomorrow. Round them up, push them back, and keep them away from the homestead. Just like we used to round up cattle back on the ranch.
An unconventional approach, but effective nonetheless. Your father sounds like a resourceful man.
He sure was. Taught me everything I know about survival in this crazy world. And you know what? I reckon he'd be proud of me carrying on the family tradition right now.
The station's close, Plank. I can already smell the coffee brewing.
What's up with all these undead critters wearing these robes and whatnot? What kind of party are we crashing, Grim?
Plank quickly dispatches the foes and washes his face, jumps into his new bed, and gets ready for his trip tomorrow to the lake. As dawn breaks over the horizon, Plank awakens with a sense of purpose. With swift and determined movements, he gathers his gear and prepares to hit the trail on foot, his every step filled with the resolve to conquer whatever challenges may lie ahead.
It's time to get moving, Grim. We've got a lake to scope out and an island to claim as our own.
Indeed, Plank, the path ahead will be fraught with danger, but with your strength and determination, I have no doubt we will prevail. With his trusty spear in hand and his senses sharpened to a razor's edge, Plank sets out into the wilderness, his keen eyes scanning the landscape for any signs of trouble. With each zombie that crosses his path, he dispatches them swiftly and without mercy, clearing the way for his journey forward. Keep your wits about you, Plank. The island may be closer than you think, but danger lurks in every shadow.
Don't you worry, partner. I've dealt with worse than a few zombie-infested waters in my time. Besides, ain't nothing gonna stand in my way of me and that island.
With the fog thickening around him, Plank searches for any landmarks to guide his way.
Alright, Grim, keep your metaphorical eyes peeled. We need to find something to steer us in the right direction. Son of a sidewinder. That's gonna leave a mark. I guess romance ain't dead after all. Looks like I'll have to do without a fancy bandage for now. Ain't no time for tender loving care when you're being chased by a couple of frisky zombies.
With quick thinking, Plank tears off the shirt and presses it against the wound, the fabric turning crimson as it soaks up the blood. As Plank retraces his steps, the thick fog continues to cloak the landscape.
Well, ain't this just peachy? Trapped in the fog so thick you could cut it with a knife. But hey, who needs visibility when you've got good old-fashioned intuition?
Plank's boots crunch against the damp earth as he navigates the treacherous terrain. With each passing moment, he draws closer to his goal.
Well, I'll be damned. There she is, a little slice of paradise just waiting on us.
Plank's heart swells with a sense of triumph as he gazes upon the distant shores, his mind racing with thoughts of the possibilities that await him on the island shore. As the sun dips below the horizon and the shadows lengthen, Plank feels the weariness of the day weighing heavily upon him.
Well, Grim, looks like it's time to call it a day. My eyelids feel like lead and my bones ache something fierce. Well, ain't this a fine mess? Looks like we've got ourselves a regular pea souper outside, Grim. I can't see a blasted thing through this fog.
Visibility appears to be at an all-time low, Plank. We need to proceed with caution if we're going to make it back to the station in one piece.
Well, here goes nothing. Time to trust my instincts and keep my wits about me. Can't let a little fog stand between me and my breakfast.
Beware, Plank, for in the heart of this impenetrable mist, unseen dangers lurk, their malevolent presence obscured by the veil of fog. Shadows dance and twist, whispering secrets of the night, while unseen eyes watch from the darkness, hungering for the taste of flesh. Each step you take brings you deeper into the embrace of the unknown, where the line between reality and nightmare blurs into nothingness. Here in the realm of the fog, fear reigns supreme. Only the strongest of wills can hope to survive its chilling embrace. But remember, Plank, fear is but a tool of the mind, a weapon wielded by the darkness to ensure the unwary. Trust in your instincts, and you may yet emerge unscathed from the clutches of this fog-shrouded abyss. As Plank finally arrives back at the ranger station, the oppressive fog begins to dissipate, slowly lifting like a curtain drawn back to reveal the world anew. With a sense of relief washing over him, Plank takes a deep breath of fresh air, grateful to have emerged unscathed from the murky depths of the fog-shrouded wilderness.
Well, 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 what do you know, Grim? Looks like I made it back in one piece after all. And here I was starting to think you were trying to give me a heart attack with all that spooky narration back there. Guess you're not as scary as you think you are, huh?
I assure you, Plank, my intentions was merely to set the mood. A little dramatic flair never hurt anyone, did it?
Well, whatever you say, Grim. But next time, let's stick to the funny quips, huh? My heart can only take so much excitement before it decides to just call it quits. Ain't nothing gonna get through these barricades, Grim. Not if I have anything to say about it. We may be out in the middle of nowhere, but that don't mean we can't make a stand against whatever's out there. There, that ought to do it. Let's see them zombies try to get through that. Good night, Grim. I reckon I can use a good night's sleep after all that. See you in the morning, partner.
Rest easy, Plank. The night may be dark and full of terrors, but within these walls, you are safe.